Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to show you how I do this hairstyle in 5 minutes. You need some preparation, but once you're done, you literally clip on your hair or your weave and then you slide on your ponytail. I mean, really, you slide it on. Look at this next clip. Okay, you're just sliding it on, super easy. And then you have this hairstyle. You can take it off at night and you can put it on in the morning again. So I'm going to start at the beginning, and this is my braiding pattern that I have underneath the wig part I'm going to do. For me, it's just easier. You don't have to braid your hair, but for me, it's just easier and it's super flat when I braid it. So you're going to put on your weaving cap. I'm using the mesh one because it just dries quicker when I wash it. And then you're going to trace the perimeter braid, or just, I don't know, like the final braid. You can see what I'm doing basically. So when you're going to sew the tracks on, you're not going to sew the tracks past that line. And that's going to make sure that the wig part will fit super flat and super perfectly. Now, if you've never made a wig before or never done a sew-in, this is maybe going to be a little bit difficult, but if you're used to sewing on hair, you know what to do. You just sew it left to right, and I flipped over the tracks for the first bundle, and then I also did a second bundle, and that bundle I cut the tracks, but you will see it later on. I will leave this part in for if anyone wants to watch it. If you don't, you can like fast forward. You know how to do that on YouTube. But I just want to talk about this hairstyle and why I kind of came up with this idea. I've just been loving like doing ponytails and doing half up, half down, but I hate doing my hair with glue, especially the ponytails, because first of all, the glue gets all into the bundles and all on the tracks. It's just really hard to get out. And I feel like ponytails are, at least when I do them myself, they don't stay on for longer than 3 days because I don't put a lot of product in my hair. I just put a little bit of wax, and to be honest, I don't even sleep in them because I get headaches from ponytails. That's the main reason. I hate sleeping in it. But I also hate like putting a lot of work into a hairstyle and then having it for only 1 day. I just want to be able to enjoy my hair for a couple of weeks at least. So I came up with the idea to basically make a half wig. This is nothing new because half wigs are out there, and yeah, you can just buy them at in a store if you want. But as you can see, I'm started on the second bundle in this clip, and I've been cutting the tracks. I'm cutting them just so they can get a little bit more flat. And yeah, because I want it to be really flat. I already said that. I'm so sorry. I haven't done a voiceover in so long. I'm all over the place. So I know that for the ponytails, you basically have clip-on ponytails out there, but I don't like how clip-on ponytails look because I feel like there's a lot of hair at the base of the ponytail. I like how the extended ponytails look because the extended ones, they have like more layers, it looks more natural, and the base of the ponytail has much less weight because you already started wrapping the bundle at the braids, so at the end of the braid. So I just really like, you guys, I struggled to find out a method to have an extended ponytail that I could basically take off and put on in the morning without standing in front of the mirror trying to wrap something, putting in bobby pins, having it look a mess, having it sliding down the braid in the morning. Okay, so now I'm finished sewing all the hair and I'm just going to cut it. Please don't cut the thread and be very careful because if you cut it, it's just so annoying to sew like the tracks back on. Like, it's annoying. Be careful. And this is what the wig will look like when you're finished. So now we're going to work on a ponytail, and what you're going to do is just braid your hair as if you were going to do an extended ponytail. Also, I know that I have to get a trim. Please don't judge. You probably have to get a trim as well, so don't judge me, okay? Try to braid your hair as tight as possible and not like a loose, flimsy braid. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're just going to measure now, but just still try to make it as tight as possible. So this is not the material I ended up using, but I want to show you guys everything that I did. This was a mistake, but this is how I measured the size of the base. Like, how do I call this? Like a ponytail wig? I don't know what to call it, guys. Slide on ponytail. Let me know in the comments what I should call this. But this is how I measured like the base for the slide on ponytail. I put like one stitch, and then yes, I literally got a whisk from the kitchen. I just needed something that was like a round shape that I could sew around. So I sewed around the whisk, and then I just cut like the rest of the material. But by the time I cut it and I tried it on, I realized that this would probably not work because it would be difficult to slide it down my braid once I have the hair around it. So I decided to get like more of a silky satin type of material, and I measured it the same way I just showed you in the other clip. This was a little bit more difficult to sew because it's so slippery, but once you like, if you just stay patient, okay? Once you have like the beginning done, it's pretty easy. And this was like an old durag kind of thing, like a bonnet something, I don't know, I just found something. I was running around my house looking like, how can I make this thing that I have in my head? I was like engineering, you guys. So you're just going to sew like the shape of your ponytail. To be honest, I kind of winged it. I just measured like the base, and then I slightly made it smaller towards the top, and thank God it fit perfectly. Yeah, as you can see, I had to get some tape and some like under material. What am I talking about? Okay, never mind. Okay, so I cut the excess material off, and now you have like this condom hair thing. The satin condom, satin. Whoa. Okay, so you can literally slide it down your ponytail. At this point, I started to think, okay, this might actually work. So it fit perfectly around my braid. And now this is the hardest part, I think. Even if you're used to sewing on hair. Oh, by the way, I used bundles from Nadula Hair. This is their natural wave. I love the texture of this hair. It's very full and it doesn't tangle at all. So what you're going to do is put the hair condom around the whisk, or whatever kitchen supply you find, and you're going to sew it around the ponytail as if you're sewing around your actual ponytail. So, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm expecting you guys have some kind of knowledge about extended ponytails. If you don't, you might be confused. But you're just going to sew the hair around in a circle all the way to the top until, yeah, until it's finished. So this is the wig from the inside. I sewed some clips around it. I sewed a lot of clips because um, yeah, you can do maybe just one, like four clips, but I prefer for it to be all around because I just want it to be really secure and really flat. And also I feel like putting in more clips will like distribute this oh my god, you guys. Okay, wait. Will distribute it's literally 3 a.m. I shouldn't do this voiceover at 3 a.m. It will distribute. Yo, I can't say the word, but it will divide the weight or something like that. Okay, so this is the wig part. As you can see, it literally looks like a sewing. It's so flat because you measured it out perfectly. So it will be like a sewing if you follow my steps. I trust. I promise. I trust you. Whoa. What's going on? I promise. Okay. So just make sure that every like braid is covered by the clips and it's super flat. Also, it should not hurt. If it's like pulling on your hair or anything, that's not good. Just readjust it until it feels good. I'm now going to section off a little bit of leave out to cover up the tracks in the back, and the rest of the hair obviously will be like part of the ponytail. So this is the back, and I'm just going to put it in a ponytail. How many times have I said ponytail? Just to get it out of the way. I'm also going to press out my hair. It doesn't have to be like silky straight because you're not going to wear your hair out, but just I like to do this because it's easier for me to slick down my hair when I have it pressed out. And also, as you can see, my hair has like a kinky texture and it doesn't blend with the wavy like bundles at all. So pressing it out helps to blend it a bit more. I don't have a lot of hair on the top of my head, so it's really fast for me to like press out the top of my head. The back of my head, like I have a lot of hair there. It takes like an hour to press out, but the top part really takes me like 10 minutes maximum. Okay, so now I'm going to use this red one aqua wax and I'm going to put it around my hairline. I don't need a lot because my hair is pressed out, so I just need a little bit to slick it down. And I'm going to use a hard bristled brush and really slick it down. Like, I don't want to see no bumps, nothing. I need it to be slicked down. And now we're looking a mess with 3 different textures, but we're getting there, guys. Just be patient. I'm going to do my edges with some got to be glue gel. I didn't really have a lot of patience this day, so I just did a little bit of edges, but not like extreme baby hairs. Just a little bit. And now I'm going to braid the rest of my hair. It's really easy to braid it when it's pressed out, so that's also one of the reasons why I press it out, because it's just easier to get like a clean braid. And what I did is I applied some hair ties to kind of make the braid a little bit more stiff, because to be honest, I think I made the ponytail wig, the condom, whatever we're going to call it, I made it a little bit too small, and it was easy to slide it down without the hair, but with the bundle like sewed onto the actual wig thing, it was a little bit more difficult, but this really helped because my hair wasn't really moving with the elastics around the braid. So this really helped to keep the braid like stiff. So now you're going to slide. This is, by the way, this is what I didn't even show you guys. This is what the ponytail ended up looking like. And it was a little bit too, I had too much hair left on the bundle. At first I wanted to cut it, but then I realized it's probably better to leave it on because that's how I'm going to secure the wig. So it ended up being fine. And now you're just going to slide it down. It's really not that difficult. You just have to kind of like squeeze it in, and if you measured it out fine, you just squeeze it a little bit and now it's down. And with the rest of the hair, I took off my um, I took off whatever, I don't know the word. I took it off just so you can see better. And now I'm going to wrap like the final piece of the bundle, and this is going to secure it. I'm sorry I didn't film this part because I always wrap upside down and I was out of frame, but you guys know what I'm talking about. and it's super secure. It is literally like an extended ponytail in 2 minutes. Like, you don't have to use glue, you don't have to sew on the hair. Imagine if you're just getting up in the morning and all you have to do is clip on the wig part and put the ponytail on, and that's it. You're out the door. How easy is this, guys? And you can take it off at night. You don't have to sleep with this tight ass ponytail. I'm sorry, I'm so proud of myself coming up with this. I just made my life easier. Okay, so now you're just going to hide the track. So you're going to take a little bit of hair from the back and you're going to wrap it around with some got to be glue. I messed it up a little bit because I was kind of rushing. The sun was going down, or at least it was like going behind the building, and I wanted to take my thumbnail pictures with sunlight. So don't rush, just take your time, just wrap it around. You don't have to do it with the got to be glue, by the way. You can also just use bobby pins, but I like how sleek it looks when you use the got to be glue. And then you're going to blend. The final step is to blend your leave out. Now I have to use heat because obviously my texture will never naturally blend with the bundles. But guess what? I didn't use any heat in this video because I was rushing, so I just clipped my leave out back so I could take some pictures. Please don't do this in real life because you will look a mess in public, but in pictures no one will be able to tell. And this is the final result, guys. You can have a ponytail wig, a clip-on wig. You can take it off at night. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got inspired. If you decide to try this, show me the outcome. Tag me on Instagram. I just want to know if other people will try this. Let me know if you also struggle with the glue ponytails and if this is a good idea. Or if you're like, sis, no, I'm not going to put this much effort into being lazy in the morning. Anyways, thank you for watching. I love you guys. Bye.